9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, lovely people. Welcome back to another Prem panel show. We are Team Kop-Ish, delighted to be joined by Carefree Lewis, Guna Lee, and Kat. Daps will be joining us shortly. Fellas, how you guys doing?
Good, man. Good.
All right.
Third win of the season. Third win of the season for my boys. Had to get a little drink for you, man. Cheers.
Nice. So, people, before we get started, housekeeping, please do smash the like button if you haven't already. Also, link in the description to all of these guys' channels. Please, guys, they sacrifice their Thursday evenings, their time, and they're dedicated to what we do. Please go over there and show them that love and support that they show us on a regular basis. All it takes is a click. You don't even come off the video. Click it, press subscribe, like some of their videos, and then you're back in, boys and girls. So please do that for the people. Right, guys. So obviously we know things outside of football have affected football in the last couple of weeks and will continue to do so in the immediate future. However, the first topic on the table today is to do with burnout of players. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we did a Kopish show the other day and randomly we just got talking about fixtures, etc. And we counted that in October, as things stand, we have 9 fixtures. Now, I'm pretty sure the same is the case for you guys as well, being in Europe as well. Now, I'm going to be real with you. The last time we played 9 fixtures was probably around April time when we were in all 4 competitions. That for me was understandable because it was unprecedented what was going on. This time it's happening because of a World Cup in the middle of a season and just all the rigmarole around it. So, Goonily, I'm going to come to you first. Arsenal made a fantastic start to the season, no bones about it. However, you started to pick up a few injuries here and there in the last couple of weeks. The fact that you're going into October having to play 9 games in one calendar month, does that give you a bit of concern that the players might burn out potentially?
Yeah, do you look, even this, I found out today, probably about an hour ago, that Ben White's actually injured as well. So that's another injury that we kind of picked up. And say what you want about him, he's been as a sort of inverted fullback on the right hand side for us this season. Been one of the players of the season, for Arsenal, I'd say. Look, it's a funny one because we all want to have the World Cup. We all want to have the World Cup, and we all want to see a great spectacle. But it's really at the detriment of the European teams and the European clubs at this moment in time. But who are we to say that it shouldn't be in another country? Obviously, the way they got it, obviously, I don't want to shut the show down, so I'm not going to mention too much more about it.
We know.
It's a hard one, isn't it? It's a hard one. Obviously, I've lived in the UAE as well, so I know how football mad they are out there. So it's difficult. But in terms of for Arsenal, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to put the blame on anyone else other than the owners because they should have got enough players. They knew this season was coming. They knew that Arsenal have players that are predominantly injury prone. Maybe not so someone like Ben White, but stuff happens, and you have to plan for that. So hopefully we can get through it. And again, you know what? It puts the pressure on Arteta. It puts the pressure on the managers. Everyone thinks that he's this guy that can't do this and can't do that. So it's about him trying to show he's got that tactical nous. He's got that brain to say, I need to rotate. I need to plan forward for the games that we have for that month, in my opinion.
I'm glad you mentioned the owners there because I'm guessing everyone on the screen, maybe apart from Lewis at the moment, the owners aren't really in the good books at the moment. And I'll be the first to call out FSG on the fact that they haven't really put in enough and given enough resources and given Klopp the players maybe that he should have had over the years, especially in the last couple of years. However, even when you look at the owners, the fact that you're playing 9 games in a month, surely no one can really be to blame apart from the people who are planning. So even though we can sit here as fans and say, yeah, maybe we should have had another centre midfielder as a Liverpool fan, for Arsenal, another centre midfielder, for Man United, a couple of players here or there. Are the owners kind of powerless in this situation? Kaz, I'll come to you. Like, what what is the situation with you guys? Like, you're now gelling as a team. You're starting to pick up results. Hog football, I'm hearing going around as well. Like, is this a bit of a concern that you're having to play 9 games on the bounce, as well as the fact that you're trying to integrate new players as well? Is that going to be more difficult for you guys, given that Ten Hag's trying to implement a style?
Yeah, obviously. I think it was quite evident just from the Europa League game last week that when you play another complete different 11, even with a couple of the first teamers currently, you see a whole different Man United playing. Like, it's a drop off is ridiculous. It's a bit like Arsenal a little bit. Like, when the thing is, they've had about 3 years, but it's like from Arsenal's first team 11, maybe a couple subs, you could say the drop off in quality is crazy. And maybe you could say Arteta hasn't really been backed either, as well as much as I've played. That Ten Hag, you could say he's had nearly a perfect summer. I don't think it'd be very hard to be a perfect summer while you have somebody like the Glazers in charge, because the thing is, we probably ate into next season's budget, guarantee, or next window's budget in terms of next summer. So it's typical, but it will be difficult. My issue is more, it's not really in the midfield as much anymore. I'm kind of comfortable with it, but it's more of the attack. Yeah, we got Anthony, but then after we got Rashford and Martial to come back as well, which will be a plus throughout the international break. It's the defense. A lot of his system relies on the fullbacks. And Wan-Bissaka today, guess what he did when he took off the low? Who went right back? I'll have a guess. I want people to have a guess.
Surely not, Harry.
No.
De Gea.
Your mic is doing a madness, by the way.
Is it mine? Oh, for goodness
nice.
sake.
It's the feedback. Yeah, it's all right now.
Yeah,
but no, Malacia ended up going on the right, and Luke Shaw on the left, and then Luke Shaw came onto the left back. So it's like, what's going on? Like, Ten Hag doesn't trust Wan-Bissaka clearly whatsoever. So you might as well say he's out of the team.
But again, I just want to kind of jump into that, because I gave him a lot of flack after the first 2 games with some of the decisions he was making. So I have to also give him some credit, because we know Aaron Wan-Bissaka ain't good enough. So he knows this, and he's making the right decisions. And this is what I wanted to see from someone like Erik ten Hag, because everyone kept mentioning he's this superb manager that makes the right decisions. So he now is seeing that the players that he can trust and he can't trust. So that's good. That's good from him. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't.
Wan-Bissaka was not on the bench today. He wasn't even on the bench today, Lee. Yeah, but he didn't pick him. He's not, because he's not injured or he's not fit. Man just didn't pick him whatsoever.
I don't think that's necessarily a problem. I think that's a good thing. Like, I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't mind that either. So it is what it is with Man United. When it comes to when what they call it, push comes to shove and all that kind of stuff, it's going to get worse. Facts, because you can't play the same 11 every time out, and then you got Europa League as well on top of that. It's not going to work. Thursdays, Sundays, Mondays. It's going to be mad. October's going to be mad.
Kaz, I just want to draw on something here, and without going on to a tangent, before I come to Lewis. You mentioned about the budget and the owners. Now, from the outside looking in, and I'm glad you're on the show, because I did want to speak to a Man United fan about this, and I think you're one of the better people to speak to about this. From the outside looking in, it seems as though Man United almost have an unlimited budget. Every summer you spend a good amount. And we've had this debate on Kopish, but I think, like, we're not very educated in it, because we're not Man United fans. We don't follow your guys' stuff as closely as you would. So let me know, in your thoughts, even though you're getting money and it seems as though the manager's getting back to the players he wants and the finances and the funds, what is it just about the Glazers? Because a lot of football fans would probably look at your situation and be like, yeah, I want that at our club, but you guys are still really unhappy. So what actually is it with the Glazers that really, like, irks you guys?
Just like your club as well, by the way, they put in £0 in zero, not an inch of money of their own pocket. Like, anything that we make, we spend, kind of thing. So they haven't done anything to. You got to think, you're supposed to be one of the biggest clubs in the world, right? Like, actually probably top 3 biggest clubs in the world by Barcelona, by Real Madrid, or whatever it is. And you got a rusting old stadium, like leaks, man, them are getting flooded in winter times and stuff like that in the stadium. They're putting on red paint now. For what reason? It's just they're sick. But the thing is, they bought the club back in 2005, and guess what? That they only put 200 million of the 600 that they needed to buy into the club, and then guess what? How much debt are we in today? Also 600 million. So if Man United was to actually not be 600 million in debt, we would actually have about 150 to 200 million more pounds to spend every single season in the summer for the next 4 or 5 years. And that's a fact, by the way. We're still in debt. Yeah, they're throwing money at the club when we need to, but most of it is that the club is getting devalued now, losing out money on shares and stuff like that. The fact that we're even on a stock market or anything like that is atrocious anyways. And it's just every single season, you might see Man United spend, 80 million on Maguire and then whatever on a Wan-Bissaka. And then in the following season, you don't really see much going on. It's a terrible summer. And they're just flaunting their money from whatever the recruitment says, because the recruitment is terrible itself. It needed reforming about 5, 6, 7 years ago anyways. And everybody in the other clubs like Liverpool, Arsenal, even Chelsea all have director footballs. Everything is going squeaky clean and everything like that in terms of the way things are run at the back end. But Man United's back end is so atrocious that even rival fans can see how bad it is. Like they look at us and laugh. You get what I'm saying? We're actually a joke. We're actually a joke. Like Man United are actually broke more than you think. We don't have unlimited money, and if we are, we're gonna walk and take it. It's only when we put pressure on that they have to spend money, and then watch next season. If the Glazers are still in charge, we're not gonna buy nobody. We're gonna be looking for bargain deals. And when you need this club, we spent $1 billion of our own money on a club. $1 billion spent like a donut, and not done nothing with that. And that's been an absolute failure in itself. So people say, oh, but you've thrown $1 billion in. Yeah, but we made that money, bro. Like every single season through revenue and everything, so forth and so forth. But they spent it stupidly. And now it's to the point, it's like, you can't hide it anymore. You can't hide it. You can't hide the faults anymore. Like every fan is getting more, educated on these things. It's just a joke. Like, but don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm happy. But the thing is, we're happy now. But the message has to stay the same all the time as a Manchester United fan. We still want them out regardless because we want change. We've had enough. It's a bit like Kroenke and stuff. They had enough of this guy, but yet they paper some cracks over. But I just don't think Kroenke's ever going to get Arsenal to where they want to be in life. I guarantee they don't, because he's always going to be concerned about the American stuff that's going on over there.
So again, I'm still trying to get educated on this. So I get what you're saying in terms of them spending the club's money, but if their money's there, should they still have to spend their own money? Because the reason why Liverpool fans really get annoyed, and not even to make this about a Liverpool Man United, but the reason why we get annoyed is because the revenue you guys turn over on a regular basis, we've now started turning that revenue over. So everyone expected us to go ham in the market, which we didn't. Now we should have, in my opinion. The differences between you guys and us, though, is you guys have made this money. So you guys have got generational wealth. We've got new money. So we've made 100K this year. You've been making 100K for the last 20, 30 years, effectively. So your money is going to be way more than ours. So
they pocket our money. They pocket the money that we make. They pocket. They've taken 30 million out for themselves, by the way, at the money as well. Like for what we was meant to have in a transfer window. Like they actually took that out themselves.
No, let Hal land, because what he's going to say is that
could you not argue that the money's been there, but and again, this does come down to them in terms of the structure they built. But could you not argue that they've given you the resources, but the personnel have just spent the money incorrectly, as opposed to they've not given you? And again, I'm not sitting there before any Man United fans jump in the DM and start cursing me. I'm not sitting there defending the Glazers, but I'm just trying to get both sides, because again, I came out on here and was like, the Glazers are they're terrible owners. Drifty was on the other side saying they're not great owners, but they're not terrible either. So that's why I wanted someone like yourself, Kaz, who knows the club inside out, will articulate it. So that's why I'm a bit in between where I stand with it.
So obviously people don't know about dividends and stuff like that. So when you got a shareholder in something, people, what they do is when they need money, they'll sell shares, they'll sell off Manchester United a little bit more to take out money out of the club. So they're telling their money to whoever else. And then when they need to, they'll buy it back when it's the time's right. And then obviously, buy back whatever shares they need to when it goes a bit lower. They're always doing it. Every year they sell dividends. They sell parts of Manchester United. The thing is why they need to invest money. Yeah, we might have 200 million or 100 million on players. Like that's a whole separate budget for transfer budget. But where's the rest of the budget going? See, Carrington is probably one of the worst training grounds out of the top clubs in the whole world right now. That's how they've neglected parts of Manchester United for years and years and years. The stadium, that's going to cost another, you lot should know how much it might cost to just build a stadium on its own, right? So now repairing like Manchester United and Old Trafford, which they called Old Toilet now, and so forth, because it's leaking all the time. Do you get what I mean? And that's going to cost another, 700 million or something like that. I don't know. The training ground is going to have to cost another 100 million for, I don't know how much. There's much, all the time, there's money that's always being neglected and parts that should be spent on that haven't. Because you look at Man City's training ground, even Arsenal's training ground, Liverpool's training ground. You lot had built a new stand not too long ago. Like, you're upgrading little bit by bit.
Again, no, with us,
Did you win?
So similar to you guys, we've spent the money that we've made. We effectively actually loan the money from FSG, and we actually pay them back with a small interest.
I don't know. The Glazers they just don't spend well. That's what I find. They don't do it right. They're awful owners.
My thing to you guys is, look, we know what the Glazers are, but the first thing I need to think to kind of put at you and level to you is, no matter what you want to say, you still spent £1 billion. That's the first thing. Give or take, however you want to walk around the house, you still spend that money. Yeah. The second thing is, you compare yourself to Liverpool. The problem that you have is your spending and your operating power. So you spent £280 million this season. Liverpool, they are only spending the money that they get from player sales. So they're totally different. With you are spending money that you are getting from the Glazers' pocket, but what you're saying is, or from even
we're not spending nothing from the Glazers' pocket,
from the club.
So from the club, apologies, not from the Glazers' pocket, from the club. But you're not spending what you want to the level, and you're not spending all of it, which I get. But you're still getting a lot of money. You're still getting the kind of revenue that should see you be able to operate at a level over Arsenal, over Liverpool, over all, and you do. So when you say all of these things, we can't feel sorry for you because you're getting.
We don't want you to feel sorry for us.
No one feels sorry for you. That's why the violin should be out in the comments, because basically no one cares. At the end of the day, you spent £1 billion. You effed that money off. Yeah, I don't know what you've been doing with that. You then come to the point where, as I said, you spent 280 million. However it's come, you've got that money, and you need to be producing with that. And that's, I don't think, and there's no issue with that. You've got Casemiro, you've got Varane, and you've got Ronaldo. These are your Champions League players that you're playing in Europa League. So you now need to step up. You need to level up. And I don't think there's anything wrong with me or anyone else suggesting that you have that to kind of push you forward and elevate you. Because at the end of the day,
we're not talking about that. We're talking about owners, my brother. And the thing is, we can always talk. We're talking about situation, but you can't compare Arsenal, who are small, compared to Manchester United, as you said, our generational wealth that we've got so far and so forth. We're not you, man. We're different. We're built different. We are different, and we always will be different. That's the level. Our fan base compared to your fan base, you're like this. We're everywhere, bro. Like, that's the difference with that. And that's what we.
That's nonsense. Come on, Kai.
Nah. That's the difference. We can spend that because we can. We're spending stupidly. If you're good business owners, you would run your business right because you would earn more money that way. It should have been. The thing is, it's been so fucked up. Yeah, people don't understand, like yourself. That's been going. Yes, we spent $1 billion, but you give an idiot $1 billion to an idiot, huh? Wait, what?
Is this a cock off? Is this a cock off?
Listen, man.
I don't know.
Listen,
anyways, your audio's a bit mad. What's it called?
I'm gonna lie, bro. That went so left, bro. I don't even know.
I don't understand either.
You know what, I opened a can of worms. I just wanted to get a little bit of an insight. Cass, I do appreciate because I genuinely don't have enough knowledge in the area to really delve into it on a level. So
they're just not good business. All in all, they're just not good business owners. They're good. They know how to do good business because they stayed afloat and about being billionaires for so long. But in terms of running a business, you'd think you'd want it to be successful. You have to put your own money in and improve areas so it can run successfully. Man United's not run correctly. You give an idiot $1 billion. What's he going to do with that $1 billion? You've seen people that have won the lottery and go broke. That's basically it's just the way it is. And our clubs get it don't matter. Don't worry, my brother. You'll never be able to spend $1 billion in the way we have in 10 years. And then we can spend another $1 billion because we can. You can't. You man are going to be cronky out before you know it again. Don't worry about it. Don't forget that. You man were cronky out not too long ago. Don't do that because it will happen again. It's just because you got Edu. Because you man got Edu in that. They're doing little nice deals and stuff. If I was Arsenal, they spent 300 million in what? 300 million in what? 3 years? I'd be fuming, bro. Fuming. Because if you want to be at that level, I'm not joking. You have to spend money these days to be there. Newcastle going to do it. Man City already can do it, and they do smart business. The thing is, Man United's got money. Chelsea's got money. Arsenal are always going to be here, bro. Not there. There. That is the way it is. And you know it. Truth hurts.
We'll come back to it. Come back to it. Lewis, I want to bring you in. October, 9 games, but you have a new man at the helm, and already I'm seeing hashtag Potter out, which to me is madness. But
is there any feedback, by the way?
Nah, you're good now.
It's all right at the moment.
Thank you.
What I'm gonna ask you is very similar to what I asked Kaz. He just come in, barely any time to implement a style on the training pitch, barely any time to sort of know what he's gonna do with some of these players. Is October a make or break month for Chelsea? Because you've got 9 games, you've got a brand new manager. This is Bowley's man that he's handpicked. He sacked off Tuchel, which was a madness. Mm-hmm. He's basically doing a Triple H in WWE right now. He's just
what do you mean? What do you mean?
In the sense of he's changing everything that the old regime had. So
Bowley like sacking Tuchel is just a bigger sign of it. Like, we still need the director of football and everything to come in, and that will come in time. But yeah, October is looking long. October, we've got the 9 fixture problem. Same thing with you. And I get yesterday was Potter's first game, and if it was a league game, I wouldn't have necessarily minded as much because it was better, but it still wasn't at the level we want to be at. But it was must win, especially after the Zagreb game. We had to win that one. Champions League looks long, bruv. It looks so long. We've got AC Milan home and away coming up. And they're a brilliant team and they're in great form right now. So anything could happen. We could still beat them. Could still do it. If we don't, though, we ain't making it out this group.
Come join me, Lewis, man. Come join me, man.
I don't even mind because when we go in the Europa League, only one thing happens.
Just drop a cup, Copperberg, man. Come we roll to you, man.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I can't. Wait.
What happens when we're
you know the irony of this all, You know the irony. Because that guy might be the guy that dumps you out of that Europa League, bro. Because he plays for AC Milan.
I didn't do it. He'll still be up on my wall. I don't even care. Like,
who's Chelsea going to group
anyway? Is what
who's Chelsea?
Zagreb, Salzburg, and AC Milan.
So they lost to Zagreb and they drew to Salzburg at home. Who said they're going to get Europa League? They might get dumped out the whole team.
I was going to say it could be a thing. It could be a.
Don't mind. Dump. I don't even care because this season's about consolidation.
Lewis, don't you dare! Don't you dare! No! Don't you dare! Don't
I dare what? Don't I dare what?
Lewis. Hold on. No. I need to hold my nose because I'm hearing bare bullshit, bro. Man said that you spent 75 mil.
Oh, we're gonna do this again and talk about money.
Okay, you know, I'm not even gonna include that German food. You spent how much?
Oh, don't. Okay, good.
Okay, now, how much did you spend in the summer, Lewis? Okay, can I just ask you how much did you spend? I want you to tell me.
On what?
In this transfer market.
That's it. On what?
Probably about 250,
273 million, I think.
173,
yeah, something like that.
278,
again,
273.
120 mil just to replace our defenders that we let.
Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna give you that, right? But my point to you is now, you kept mentioning the fact that you not only wanted to improve your defense, which you needed to do, you now got your striker that you wanted.
Well, more replace our defense, not improve it. Our last defense was fine.
Okay, but no, okay, it was fine, but your players bust out because they didn't want to be there no more for whatever reason.
It's because we couldn't negotiate because our old regime was stingy as fuck.
Okay, whatever the reason, you've now got Fofana for 80 million, isn't it? Something like that. You got Koulibaly,
69.
Koulibaly, who you was raving about, right? And you've also got Cucurella, who you can play in 2 positions, yeah? So he's literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You now have all what you need to replace, and I feel like in some positions you've upgraded. You love Christensen, some people don't. But where we're at now is you've got your new manager, you've got all the players that you've got. Okay, your defense looks good, your midfield looks a bit shaky, and your attack looks a bit blunt. But your manager.
So all we have is a good defense. Nothing strange.
Let me land. Right, you talk about Arteta, which is correct. Then you say that he needs to do this and he needs to do that because he's been there for 3 years. And I'm not going to kill Potter because I like him. But all I'm saying to you is, don't you expect your manager to start to overachieve and to show he can do the best what he can with the players that he's got. Now, I'm not expecting him to work miracles, but he needs to do a little bit more.
You just talk about overachieving and then saying you don't expect miracles.
No. I'm talking for you, not for me. I'm not a Chelsea fan. So I don't care.
So you expect me to expect the manager to overachieve?
Yeah, because your manager has spent 270 or 280 million pounds.
How much money has Graham Potter spent on Chelsea?
Yeah, you can't say that.
But Lewis, how is it that he took the job? So he was happy with those.
Oh, so he bought those players.
But he was happy.
He told Bowley, look, I'm gonna come in a month or two. Get me for
no, you can't do that because I'm not saying you, Lee, yeah, but people saying about when Arteta first got in charge and so forth, and then second season they still got some of my man signings and he's not Arteta signings. It happens everywhere. I think Potter will do well though, and I reckon Chelsea will finish higher than Arsenal at the end of the season, and Man United and Liverpool.
They better.
I think we still have to make top four. So I agree. They fucking better.
The thing is, you got players. The thing is, he's got players. If anyone does agree that Potter's got players within that team that can play the way he wants to play. Maybe not so much the midfield because obviously he likes box to box and someone that can hang back and everything. But he's got a Cucurella, he's got a Fofana. He can definitely utilize a little bit. Who else has got? Sterling, he likes to play his good football and whatnot. Kai Havertz was kind of doing that at Bayern Leverkusen, should find pockets of space, just like a Trossard or even a Gross, because that's what we're going to compare it to. Like, I think he will do well. They got the players to play what he wants to do, in my opinion. And he can do a back three system if he chooses to.
Look, you can't compare the Brighton players to the Chelsea players, in my opinion. Yes, they're playing well, but the Brighton players are not better than the Chelsea players. So he should be able to now extrapolate what he did at Brighton to Chelsea and perform some really good results and some really good performances as well, in my opinion.
One game, no, Lee.
Not after one game. No. I'm talking about with the money they've spent as a club. He's come in there and he said, you know what, I like this, and he knows what he's going in with. And now he needs to say, all right, this is the aim and this is where I want to go, and he needs to make it work. Now, what Kaz and Man United have done, or the Man United squad, the Ten Hag said, you know what, I'm not even going to talk about performances right now. I'm just going to get a result. I'm going to get a result here. Because their 4 performances haven't been great, but they've just got results. That's what Potter needs to do. He needs to figure out what he can do to get results. I don't want to hear no excuses. You spent 280 mil. It's not right. Yeah, it's not right. You have to stop.
I'm not saying it's okay if we finish outside the top 4. That is the bare minimum, and I still demand it. Like I heard an article come out saying that the owners won't sack Potter if he finishes outside the top 4 or something. It's a load of BS that's just there to try and make it look like our standards have gone down. Of course, if the worst case scenario happens and we drop our top 4, they're not going to sack the manager they brought in halfway through a season and they have backed over Thomas Tuchel. They're not going to do it. That would literally be a suicidal move in front of the fan base. Potter will be given time and he needs to build the squad that completely suits him. This isn't his squad. I don't care what anybody says. It's not his squad. He's going to need time. It's just we're in a tough spot right now. And we need results immediately.
I want to hear you say one thing. Can you say trust the process?
No, I refuse. I will never say those words. I refuse. I'm not saying it.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Yeah? You probably heard me say on this channel.
Oh, I hate this shit.
Before Klopp got extended, we all expected Klopp to leave at the end of, I think it was 2024. Apart from Gerrard, the person I wanted was Graham Potter. I actually think it's a fantastic move for Chelsea. The issue is whether it's the right time or not. I don't think it's the wrong man. I wonder if it's the wrong time.
That's the problem. I agree everything you said. Like, if Tuchel was to get sacked at any point, Potter would have been one of my choices. It's just 7 games, like with the fans and everything and their mood about Tuchel leaving and everything, they're going to demand instant results. It's going to be toxic towards certain players if they don't produce immediately because fans are going to believe that they were the reason that behind Tuchel getting sacked. And also with the fixture list and everything and how cramped it is, there isn't really a lot of room for error and Potter doesn't really get a lot of time with the squad. 5 days rest before a game. That's the only rest he's ever going to have until February. Forget the World Cup because it's still cramped as soon as we come out of there. There's only like 1 or 2 open midweeks and that's it. So Hey, it's long. It is what it is.
I thought you had a better academy than Barcelona. What about them players? And you got another club in Holland. I think, isn't it Vitesse Arnhem that you can get players from?
They're all on loan there.
You got like 900 players.
Our best loan players are already out there. It all depends on how our attack forms. Because I saw like little good phases from them, but like that was it. Nothing too much. Aubameyang isn't 100% fit, so I'm not going to say anything about him just yet. Havertz is mid. Ziyech is arse.
Just on the attack, Lewis. So obviously, two of the three starting of the front three yesterday were new players. So effectively, they've got a future at Chelsea. It's that right hand side though. You played Havertz there yesterday. You've got Ziyech. You got Pulisic. Do you think that's a problem area? Do you think you can make it work with the players you've got, or does it have to be someone new that comes in for that position?
More problem players than like a problem area, because I don't know. I feel like if you find a way to make maybe do a 3-5-2 and have like Brozier and Aubameyang and Sterling off the left, I think that would really work for us, because then you get our three best attackers on the pitch. Or Pulisic, because he doesn't really get given as much of an opportunity as the likes of Mount or Havertz do. But Ziyech and Havertz specifically, genuine issues. Like Ziyech managed to come on, and I'll be real, the Chelsea fans were on his arse and were abusing him like worse than I've seen. Yeah, but worse than I've seen a player since Bakayoko. But he was still shit when he came on, and his performance was probably as bad as the Zagreb performance from last week. Havertz, he was good for like 20 minutes, then went back to being a ghost and just got worse as the game progressed. Mount was all right, but we played him a bit deeper, but I'm not going to overhype it either.
That's where he should be playing, to be fair. That's where Mount should be playing. His fruits come to light. That last game, Chelsea should have won. They should have beat Salzburg last game out. They look way better. Just even from one session. He probably had one or two sessions with the squad. I don't know. I can't lie. It looks way better. But he should have buried it. It goes to show though.
No, but you will see immediate results. Like Tuchel came in, and within 24 hours, we had a game against Wolves, and we're already pressing better than I'd seen us play in a year and a half. You see those little like improvements already, but there's still the same issues. Like play balls into the middle. Aubameyang's not there. Havertz is not there. Poor taking of chances, poor touches, awful decision making. But it's all in attack.
Do you reckon Lukaku's going to come back?
Nah, no
the question out of my mouth,
no
bro.
Chance.
You don't think so?
I think.
If Potter was to do, go on.
No, go on.
If Potter was to do it, like I like chaos, so I don't even mind. I want to see how it works, because I do think Potter could get a tune out of him. I do.
Of course, an attacking manager. I think he would love it. I think he would. Yeah, I think he would suit an attacking manager.
I just think he's burnt his bridges so far. There's no way.
I mean, it's a new regime. There's a new bridge. There is a new bridge at Stamford Bridge, and when he don't win the league with Inter Milan, he's gonna be like, nah, bro, I don't really love this game no more. Like over in Italy, like the way he talks.
Yeah. The fans
I'm gonna get my dog back.
Spurs fans see Sol Campbell, or like I don't know, Liverpool fans with Owen or something. That's the way they see Lukaku.
Nothing's funnier than Chelsea fans. Nothing's funnier than Chelsea fans starting to boo the players that got them the Champions League. In the words of Matt, crazy, huh?
No. None of these players single-handedly won as a champion. Huh? It's Thomas Tuchel. Tuchel is the only person that single-handedly won us that Champions League. None of those players. Okay. I don't hold any of them responsible for it. Otherwise, you shouldn't attack Lampard.
I'm gonna be real. From a Liverpool, I've gone around a circle and asked you guys. I'm gonna be real. From a Liverpool standpoint, you see October.
You look like
from a content creation standpoint and a Liverpool standpoint.
Yes,
I'm bricking.
I'm here for it. So many games.
No way. We're gonna get onto Liverpool. We got time for
the last 2 weeks will be as well.
Trust me, I take off. No more LFC Lee, man. Just Gooner Lee straight up, and I swear down. If Arsenal beat Liverpool on live, it's gonna be a brazy day on a Thursday.
I'm going to the game as well, bro. I'm going to the game. You know what, Callum? Make sure you call me. You know what? You've been calling me for the last 2 years. Hey,
wait. Whoa. One sec. Let me cut that down the middle right now. Because when we meet you, Where were you, man, fam? I called 6 different numbers. No. I didn't call you, but every number I called when it's like, yeah, we're gonna beat you. What's her name? Colleen. All of them and Souls. No one to answer their phone. No, I added you, man, on Twitter instead, and you man didn't want to ask me then. So what now?
Go on, say it, Lee.
Nah.
Say it, Lee.
Where was you, Lee? Lee, that very week, that very week when we was meant to come on, to the Prem panel, where was you, Lee?
I'll be honest with you. I had something to do with the missus.
Yeah.
I did actually.
Okay.
I know you just have to get hotted up, Lee.
I did, man. Listen, bro. Listen, I love the baby, but I got to keep her happy, bro. Yeah.
Hey,
I hear it.
Right. So obviously we're speaking about these games. Some are in good form, some aren't. Gosh, I wish we had Daps here. I know he's having some technical issues, but even if Daps, you can comment in the comment section. Because I'm looking at Man City now and I'm looking at Haaland and thinking, bloody hell, the guy is just a tornado. But looking at this season, Man United spent in excess of 200 million. Chelsea spent in excess of 200 million. Arteta effectively got the players he wanted. Liverpool don't look like the same proposition as last season. Man City have got Haaland, but lost Gabriel Jesus and Sterling. Now, I'm not saying that in terms of 1 and 2, because last few years have been Liverpool and Man City being competitive and the rest kind of falling by the wayside. But genuinely, and Kaz, I'm going to come to you first on this. Do you think this is the most competitive season we're going to see in the Premier League? Because you've got the likes of compact fixtures, everyone's spending or getting the players they want, new managers, new tactics. Do you think this is going to be a season where, even though we might not see one team pull away, you might see a cluster of teams battling out for different things?
anything from 2nd to 19th, bar Bournemouth and Man City, is not competitive on that aspect because Man City are definitely getting the league. It's a done deal, man. Haaland
Do you
is
think
fake.
they'll
Man's
walk
got,
it though?
bro, Haaland's got over 10 goals already in August.
You're definitely not respecting my team, but say no.
What I will say on Haaland,
I'll say go on.
What I will say on Haaland, and everyone knows how much I rate Haaland here, so it's in the dig. He is outperforming his XG at the moment, which is not sustainable. I'm not saying he's going to stop scoring goals, but it's almost impossible that he maintains this goal scoring streak in terms of the braces and hat tricks.
The guy's fake, bro.
I hope he can't sustain it. Because if he does,
bro.
It's going to be a madness.
No, he's fake, bro. He's so fake. It's the fact that, even in his season prior, he's always got a mad injury going on, and he's already scoring over 40 goals. Yeah. Imagine not getting injured for City this whole season. This guy's going to probably break the record at this rate. I'm sorry, but 10 goals already is brazy. It is brazy. And I'm hoping, and obviously the first game back from Man United is Man City away. Don't let us win, Daps, please. But don't. I'm saying
that your first game.
That is at the Etihad, yeah.
Go 6-3-1 or something like that. Just pack out.
I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna to play out. Really, I can't lie. But
they ain't got the facilities.
No. You say you ain't got the facilities, but we've actually had some shock results at the Etihad. That's the difference, and it's a derby, and it is a derby. We do more well at the Etihad than we do at Old Trafford. That's a fact. And the thing is, again, I feel Man City could definitely play into Man United hands if we want to sit back and do what we do, counter attack. That's pretty much the way to beat City, because we're not going to play football against them. Just like against Arsenal, play a little bit of football against them. Sit back when you need to, keep your shape, and press against them, counter press, and then play a little bit more football. The same thing I think City may lack is a bit of width, bit of something going on the wings potentially, and they're going to have to rely on their fullbacks. That's the way to beat them. But the thing is, then the ultimate answer is, how do you keep De Bruyne quiet? And then you can't. So I'm going to be hopeful against City, but I don't expect to beat them. No chance. But I'll never say we're going to get beat by City. I'm not allowing my club to say, yeah, City going to smack us. Forget that. I'll say draw. I'll put a shameless draw there. Why not? If Aston Villa can do it, why can't we? But I mean, do you get what I mean? But Man City going to bully. But yes, it is the most competitive we've seen in terms of anything between 2nd and 12th. I think it's going to be. You don't know what you're going to get in every game now. And I think anyone feels this in the comments, even here. You don't know what you're going to. Arsenal, who have you got next when you come back? Is it Tottenham?
No, so we've got Brentford on Sunday.
That's perfect. We don't know what Arsenal we've seen how Arsenal been sick in the league. They just look dope. We don't know what we're going to get against Brentford. honestly,
I
you've got.
can tell you. I will tell you by the end of this because I know.
Yeah, no, but we don't. But
No,
honestly,
no,
you don't really
no,
gonna get
no,
another result. Another result. You don't know what you're gonna get.
We're gonna pop them. Easy.
Right, Ivan Toney is going to climb on top of Saliba. I'm telling you, climb.
Someone clip that right now.
I actually really like Tony.
I know we're gonna be.
Because the way you're underrating Brentford at home right now is crazy, bro.
It's 2-0 or 3-0.
You want to talk about performances. Your last couple performances weren't great. Europa League weren't a great performance, yeah, as well. You can admit this as well. I'm not downplaying you.
Arsenal section.
Aston Villa, no, it is now. It is now. We're in it now. Aston Villa won a great performance. Man United definitely was a good performance. Don't tell me it was just because you kicked about a bit of ball. The Europa League weren't a great performance. You ain't really been playing great, but you got the job done. Except against Man United. But except against Man United, except for Rashford. He scored 2 goals in his debut. He said, you know what, bun this, I'm running it back. Like it is like 6 years ago.
Firstly,
smoke you, man, fam.
Firstly, you spoke about the Man United game when we didn't play well, but we had quite a lot of possession.
Did you have chances? Where's your chances? De Gea made 2 saves, bro.
Right, let me land. We were doing a lot with the ball, but we didn't actually create those chances. So you're right. We didn't really have any possession with intent. So you can come back and use exactly the same thing against your point, for the Brentford game for me, and all the other games that we've played where we haven't been playing well, but we've still been getting results. At the start of the season, everyone kept saying, oh, what's going to happen when Arsenal go 1-0 down? We go 1-0 down, we've seen what happens.
It is.
Hold on. But you can't keep leveling things against us. We do it, and then you change or you move the goalposts. Everyone keeps saying, oh, what happens when we concede a goal? We concede a goal, you've seen what happens. Everyone keeps saying, what happens when we don't play well and we don't play this pretty tiki-taka football? You've seen what happens. So what more do you want from us? Ideally, in a
I want you to have an injury.
Hold on, yesterday, not one of you have come on here and said that Man City didn't play yesterday, but they won because they didn't. If you watch the game, they played terrible, but they won.
I didn't watch the game.
Okay, so
I didn't really. I heard they played awful.
Yeah. But no one uses that for Man City. But you bring it to Arsenal, and we still win.
Because you're not Man City. That's why you don't have a Haaland.
You're right, but we're on the way to trying to become a better team, a better club. So you can't keep moving the goal. That's all I'm saying. We are a lot better than what people are giving us credit for, in my opinion. Yes, we made a massive mistake, but all I'm saying to you is every single thing that has been leveled against us, minus, and I give you, it's a big caveat, going again away to a big 6 team and actually producing a result. Everything else, we've come and we've overachieved and we've done a lot better so far this season. Everything. So no one can come at us and say that, oh, we ain't doing anything, because we are. We're showing everything that everyone's putting against our door. We're showing that. So look, no one can say no more.
All right, so do you know what, Lee? I'll be the first to come out. You know what I've been like towards Arsenal the last couple of years. You especially know. I've called you guys the learners, the Arsenal learning centre. Like I've been harsh on Arsenal. As things stand right now, I've got to kind of take myself back a little bit and be like, your hands up. You started the season very well, but I do think that caveat is there. Can you go and produce away against a big 6 team? But at the same time, what I have to do as a Liverpool fan especially is look at your team and say, you know what? You've only beaten what's put in front of you. And that's all you can do at the end of the day.
Thank you very much.
But
and just to add on, you dropped points against Fulham. We beat them. No matter what you want to say, we still did it.
But what I will say, and this is more to answer the question or the statement that Cass made. Can you guys be competitive with your likes of your cities? I'm not even going to put Liverpool in it right now because we've got to hit form and all of that stuff before we can even put ourselves in that conversation. But you're top of the league right now. Can you actually sustain a title race once Europa starts kicking in? We've already seen a few injuries happening. The busy schedule next month. Can you actually do it?
Look, for me, I don't necessarily want to talk about the title right now. I want to try and listen, me and Turkish on the same vibe, moving in silence. Right now, no one's talking about Arsenal.
Turkish, by the way.
No one's even talking about Arsenal getting top 4, let alone winning the league right now. So I'm just kind of trying to keep doing it. Chug along. I really don't expect to lose many games in the league in October. I genuinely don't. I feel like our run is good enough. And what Arsenal are lucky about, and I kept saying this last season, at the end of last season, we're in Europa League. Our fixtures are beautiful in Europa League. So we're in Nketiah, and Holding, all of our second string right now in the Europa League. So when we get to that Sunday game, we go back to our tried and tested, and we know what we're doing. And again, the reason what I like about Arsenal, you cannot say that how we're playing isn't a method for success. The issue that you've got with Tottenham, the issue that you've got with Man United is they're not playing well. And that is not a method to win for the course of the season. We are mixing it up. We're playing good, we're playing bad, and we're still getting results. And you can't
contradictory. That's a contradiction. To say that we didn't play just because you kept a lot of the ball at Man United. Just because you kept the ball against Man United a little bit better than what we did doesn't mean you played well. There's different ways to play the game of football. You did not play against Manchester United or whatsoever.
I wasn't talking about that game though.
Arteta was naive. Okay, I just want to debunk Arsenal a little bit. Other than Palace, they looked sick. They looked serious. They caught Palace off guard, and they were just too good on the day. Let's face it. But let's face it, they faced a Leicester City who scored 2 goals against them anyways that have been absolutely piss poor anyways, right? They played Bournemouth. Don't even get me started on those wankers because they're just going to give everyone 3 points, right? They played against Fulham. Fulham are the biggest test, I would say, this season at the moment. Not us. Well, actually, obviously us, but Fulham at home, where they just about scraped past them in the end, which they did, and they got that result, and you need to do that. You can't play well every single week. They didn't play well against Fulham, but Fulham didn't play well either. But I've got to rate it. You got to rate their thing, innit? You can't just like hate on Arsenal. You say you move in silence, but your fans have been the loudest this year.
Hold on.
Anyways, one sec. You haven't played as well as you lot think, but I think like you have, but you haven't at the same time. Like you haven't, like as you said yourself, you said it yourself. But Aston Villa haven't been the greatest outfit. What we need as other fans, you could probably agree with yourself, is how you deal with the bigger sides. You come up against Man United, a so-called bigger side, of course, and you fucked it up. So the next time you come against Tottenham, a derby is a bit of a different game, to be fair. Is that Tottenham? Is that Emirates? I don't know. I don't really care. I hope you beat, to be honest, I'd rather you not beat Tottenham. I'll be real. But
Kaz,
other than that, when you come up against top 6 sides, it might.
You see what you just did with Arsenal. Why don't you do that for your fixtures? Because you look.
But I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it now. We come up against a Leicester City side that we should be beating because, as I said against you, they look terrible. But at Leicester, you never know what's going to happen. Like kind of thing. You never know. But we should be beating them regardless. We went to Southampton away. It's not for everybody, right, Lewis? So we meant to beat them. Long story short, and they didn't look like they were out of goal too much other than Shea Adams' chance. Just a couple of Shea Adams chances. Yeah, man. I mean, they say does. But Southampton. Everyone knows Southampton away are difficult, bro, and it is difficult. Trust me, they are. Again, we game against Arsenal, the best team in the league currently at that point. We beat you, man. And to be fair, I think we played well and we played to our strengths, and that's that. And then obviously, yeah, we got spanked by Brighton and whatnot, but that was at the start. But I'm saying the last few performances, even against today, against Sheriff, looked great on the ball and that, but they just played into our hands. We played patient football. They got stripped.
My point is,
do you know what I mean? But we've been playing. But the same thing, Arsenal. It's the same energy. We played a harder fixtures than you so far. Technically, Brentford are still firing. Brighton have been Brighton. You man haven't done that. Like if we're actually being real about it, then because you man ain't really faced any tough opposition other than Fulham and us.
Kaz, you're genuinely just waffling, bro.
Bro, it's true.
The 4 wins you've had in the Premier League.
You're only laughing because you just got stripped about the Southampton result. Let's face
it. It was the delivery.
Kaz, I'll be honest with you, yeah. You're talking about.
You didn't look convincing last week either.
Kaz, wait one second. I'm just trying to be honest with you. All I'm trying to say to you is the 4 wins you've got in the Premier League. Liverpool, we know what they're on right now. They're not even a serious team, so you can't even count them as a top club right now. And yeah, Callum, make sure you're right, but you can't say nothing. Then you come to Arsenal, yeah, you played well against us and you did your job. We talk about Southampton, but bro, like they're not. You should be beating them. The only reason why it was a close game is because everyone was nervous and thinking, oh, like this and that, because you aren't that team anymore. And then you go to Leicester, exactly the same thing. So for me, I'm looking at exactly. In your opinion, you look at it like, oh,
we've been playing better every single week. We're doing it every single, going a little bit better, The thing is, you man, I get your point in it. I totally get your point. It can sound a bit contradictory, yeah, but the fact is that we're playing bad and we're still getting our results the way we are, keeping a clean sheet the way we are. Against Liverpool, we played good as well. Let's not forget that. Like you could supposedly say Liverpool ain't been on it, but Liverpool still got that quality, bro. Like anything can happen in that game. And
I mean, that's
other than James Milner, but Man United, people were thinking that Liverpool were going to spank us. After that 9-0 win against Bournemouth, they're probably going to hurt us. but they didn't. They rarely even got on goal again. So
Well,
I'm
look,
saying
look,
we had to go up some gears. You man have already been up some gears, and you should be up geared as the way you fans big up Arsenal. But yeah, we're not talking about luck, not you particularly. Some of the guys I see a couple of the comments. They like to go on private chat, so I have to read them. But also, in a couple of the games, have had pure luck. Let's not forget one of them results was against Aston Villa. Okay, go back to Fulham. Another lucky result. Let's put it that way. You man ain't been that great. You man still got up more gears to go as well.
Again,
but you man have got to gas up the team.
When you play football, you understand you create your own luck, bro. There is no luck in football. We didn't luck any of them games. But look, anyway, look.
Martinez was okay.
Callum Lewis, I called this from before the season even started. I told you for ages ago. I saw what was going on. I saw what was happening at our club, and I was very, very optimistic what was going on. As you know, I'm saying third from before the season even started.
No, you did.
At this moment in time, no one can say that. No one can call my bluff. No one can say that I'm waffling. No one can say anything. Everyone has to acknowledge and admit. I know there's some soft Liverpool fans in here that are quite pretentious and a little bit upset because your team, you bought Nunes.
Did you say they were finishing fourth, by the way? Did you say they were finishing fourth in your predictions as well, below Arsenal, I believe? You didn't say they were going to finish second. Didn't you not say before the season that Liverpool?
No,
you said we'd finish fourth.
I think you said we'd finish thirdly.
Yeah, no, he said third for Arsenal. He did.
Lee said second for Arsenal.
Yeah, I was like second, third. I was like, if you keep tempting me, I'm gonna go second because you kept talking.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Yeah, no.
Where did you predict Liverpool? I was asking. Was it? I
think fourth. But then last week I said, I think Liverpool are going to finish outside the top four. That's what I said. I'll be honest.
Do you still think that? No, do you know what, Cass? I'll be honest. If Lee said this a couple of weeks ago, I'd have laughed. I can't.
No. Klopp is still world class. He's still world class, and that team is still world class, man.
You know what I'm seeing at the moment, Cass, from Liverpool? Unless we've got Thiago playing, we look very, very mid in midfield, pardon the pun. And we can't rely on Thiago for a whole season. Simple as. Jota coming back, we look way more potent up top. But I'm not liking how we're utilising Salah. Trent's been on a bit of a mad one. Robbo's injured at the moment. Matip's back, which is massive for us. But I need to see some form and some consistency before I can literally sit here and go, yeah, we're calm, we're good. Because at the moment we're not. We need to. But one thing I do have faith in the team is we are one of only 2 teams in the league who could go on like a 15-game winning streak. Like we can do that because we've seen it and we've done it. So I'm not fully there yet, but I am optimistic of what we could do if we start hitting a bit of stride and some performances. So,
and to be honest, Cal, look, for me, the reason why your main question of the show is, we're talking about all of these teams that is going to be a top, is because of Liverpool. Because Liverpool are acting bummy right now, and we need to start seeing Salah rise up. I need to start seeing Van Dijk rise up. These men are on big wages. These men are the same players that were demanding these wages from Liverpool. These men are the same men that wanted Mane to go so they can get their money. And now you've got the club. You handed the keys. You gave the franchise to Salah. And I want to see this guy rise up. I want to see the form that is worthy of a £350,000 player, because we laugh at Lukaku. We laugh at Aubameyang. We laugh at Ozil. We laugh at we laugh at Ronaldo right now. But these men are here to do a job. And for me, Salah ain't living up to his expectation.
All right.
And you know what?
I think that's down to the manager, though. I think that's down to the manager, though, man. It's not down to Salah. I don't know when last time I saw Salah play touchline winger, bro. He needs to be playing inside, and that's down to the. And again, I love that exactly. It's excuses for the manager trying to back it a little bit, and that goes as long. I don't know. Actually, this is a better question for you than Callum.
Go on.
Was Nunes a Jurgen Klopp signing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that's horrible. We need to talk on it. He's horrible.
He doesn't bring the best out of Salah, man.
Okay, and you know what? Yes, you know what? I want to let you know about a comedy show I watched yesterday, and it was actually on Kop-Ish. If you go for a couple months ago, there was a Nunes signing show, and I want you lot to go back and watch that with Drifty, Grizz, and Connor. Shout out to Connor, man. I ain't heard from that guy for a minute, man. Conroy. Apologies, not even Connor. Listen,
Conroy.
Go and watch that comedy show and see the comments that these three grown men were saying. Listen, comparing him to to the likes of Harlot. Listen, man, oh man, oh man. It was a beautiful comedy show. And again, you just listen, as I said, you lot deserve it. It was beautiful to watch because I kept saying to you, it was a panic buy. He ain't that guy. He's horrible. And look, I love Drift. I love Drift so much. But the way Drift defends the likes of Nunes is horrible. And I don't want to mention
respect him.
He's not here. So I don't want, but the way some Liverpool fans actually, let me not say Drift because I don't want to mention it. The way some Liverpool fans defend Nunes when you don't need to, not even Drift, because Drift, like, whatever. But my overarching point is that you can't keep defending a man when you ain't got talent. Because you talk about Lukaku, you don't need to watch him for a whole season to know he ain't that guy. But you then give Nunes excuse after excuse after excuse. In the 86th minute, if he didn't score that goal yesterday, bro, you man would have been casting him out. But he gets chance after chance. For me, listen, Salah, Nunes, Diaz, boy, I know Callum. I know. You don't want to talk on your guy.
All right,
Diaz.
No, I gotta buy it back now. No, I gotta buy it back.
I want to see Diaz get me 15 goals in the Prem. I don't want to see man start shooting blanks every week.
This is why I buy it back now. Okay. This is why I buy it back now because I'm hearing he's got to get 15
another
goals.
Ziyech, boy. Another Ziyech. I'm seeing another Ziyech.
Who's the left wingers at all of our clubs? Martinelli. Is Martinelli getting 15 goals?
Ziyech won a Champions League.
Huh?
Is Martinelli?
Ziyech won a Champions League. Try not to speak.
Lewis, what mic have you got? Have you got a gain option on your mic?
What is it? Is it
because you're quite loud? I reckon your gain might be quite high. If you do have that, then your gain.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Keep it like that. Whatever you have there, that's it. Your voice sounds better and everything. But yeah, sorry, Callum.
No
All right, left wing, Lee. Is Martinelli going to score 15 goals?
It doesn't matter.
No. Don't skip the question. Is he going to score 15 goals in the league?
Maybe.
No, he ain't. You know he ain't. That's why you got quiet.
Listen, right now, I don't know.
I'll be.
Kaz,
can I say it? Can I say it? I'm not joking. Lee, you know I said this. I don't think Martinelli's going to get 10 goals. I'm telling you now, I think he gets 15 goals this season. I'll be real.
All right, fair enough. But Lee doesn't believe it. Kaz, do you think Sancho's getting 15 goals in the league this season?
Maybe like 15 GA.
All right.
Not goals.
Lewis, we could probably argue that Sterling might get 15 goals in the league. Like that's not inconceivable for that to happen. So when we say things like Diaz has to get 15 goals in the league, he doesn't have to get 15 goals in the league. He's got to contribute when he needs to contribute. We can't be doing this whole.
How much did he get last season?
Who Diaz? He came in January. I think he maybe got
4 goals,
or something like that.
4 goals and like 5 assists, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I think 15 GA is a fair one.
15 GA, we can talk. But Diaz has been one of our bright spots.
Diaz and Anthony are the same person. All skill.
Salah, Salah's playing in a different role, and that is on the manager. But even Salah's still chipping in with goals and assists. He's our highest chance creator this season. So this narrative that Salah's been playing rubbish is crazy. He hasn't been playing up to his level. He hasn't been playing rubbish. He hasn't been playing up to his level. No. This is what we do as fans. Because Salah's got such a high ceiling and a high level, we think when he's at a 10, he's unplayable. He's probably playing at a 7 now, but his 7 is probably a Martinelli's 10.
You're right. But right now, Salah's playing out of 3. He's playing out of 2, in my opinion.
No, but this is my point. Horrible. Just because Salah's not playing at his level doesn't mean he's playing rubbish. And then when you speak about Nunes, I'm not going to sit here and be hypocritical and say I'm on this Nunes boat and all, because I'm not. Anyone who watches the show knows I'm not. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and write someone off after 6 games. Do I think he's the answer right now? Not right now. But in a year's time, we could be having a different conversation. Would I be starting him right now? No. I think Jota's the more accomplished, better striker right now. But why is no one speaking about Jota? Because
Jota didn't cost you 80 million, 85 million. That's why. No, that's it. It's always price tag.
But we're doing the whole cost thing. If that's the case,
but that's the same thing. It's the same with Anthony. He's been 85 or 80 million pound player. I get it. It's a big price tag, but all eyes on you, and that means instant pressure. You have to perform one way or another.
All eyes on him. If we didn't have a Jota, we have a Jota. So Nunes has less pressure than if he was going to an Arsenal for Gabriel Jesus or an Anthony where there's no one else in those positions. Nunes could sit on the bench for 3-4 games and Jota could bang 6.
He has all the pressure. No, I disagree. I think there's all the pressure because he's at Liverpool. Because Liverpool at such a level, he needs to be up there on the level. Look, so the thing is, I like Jota. I don't get like Jota, but most of your fans don't even like that man. But what's it called? The thing is with Liverpool, with Nunes can't control a ball. Like Bruno Fernandes, you can hardly control a ball. Now we're putting players around him that can kind of control the ball. Anthony, Sancho, Ericsson, whatever. It doesn't look as bad anymore. The thing is with you, man, Nunes, maybe it is a rebuilding phase, but then that's up to Klopp and the recruitment to get it right. So you might have to write off the season already slightly because you, man, there's a point in time, if anyone remembers this year, when Man United started falling off, there was, with David Moyes, there was one comment on a game from West Brom, from their manager, where they said they thought they can come to Old Trafford and take points. I'm not being funny, but if Liverpool continue to go down that road, it might be that point where you lose a bit of that fear factor, and that's bad. That's so bad at Anfield. And the thing is, you lot need controllers. You need a lot more controllers. I think Fabinho's good there, but then you need another 2 centre mids because Carvalho can't do it all themselves. And then you need proper creative midfielders. You're gonna have to change your whole style for Nunes. You need to control the game, not do this counter pressing thing. And you don't have that at the moment. Obviously, Thiago's there now, but he's 30.
I want to ask you though, Cal. You see, this is again the issue that we've got is like I know you mentioned Jota, but people go on like Jota is elite player. Jota's a good finisher, but he
never said he's elite.
No. I'm just saying in general. So people saying, oh, like, and you said mention Jota and this and that about Jota. Jota's good, but he ain't that guy to take you to that next level, in my opinion. And when I come back to someone like Diaz, unfortunately, Diaz and Nunes, I think probably between them, I don't think it's fair to say one or the other. I think between them, they have to replace what Mane did. No matter what anyone says, unfortunately, they have come in to do maybe combine the job that Mane did. And right now, they're not doing anything near that. Now, again, I think it's difficult to do that. And I'm not going to put too much pressure on them like that because at the end of the day, Mane's level is supremely high. But what I am saying is when I look at someone like Diaz, it's a little bit too much of everything and not enough of the things that you need. And for me, I look at him and I don't see that killer. I don't see that guy that's going to be licking shots in it or getting in the end, getting on the end like a Sterling. I don't see that. I don't see that killer for me.
But this is where I think it's crazy. The Crystal Palace game, we're down to 10 men. He takes on 4 players and sticks it in the back of the net.
But
the game against Napoli, we're getting our asses handed to us. He sticks it in the back of the net. The Bournemouth route, he starts and finishes that. Like Diaz is a left winger. There's only so much he can do.
I think you missed a trick on a. Go on, Lee. Sorry.
No, I'm saying, of course he's got quality, Kaz, and I'm saying I'm great. Of course he's got quality, but where I'm coming at is I just feel like for me, he's not that guy that I'm trusting. Again, I'm not handing the keys of the franchise and say, look, Diaz, I'm starting the club around you. I would never start the club around him. I would never start the club around Salah. I don't think Salah does enough for me to take going by the scruff of the neck at this.
Yeah, but you're always going to have a Salah.
What? Not around Salah. This is a brother that's been scoring 30 goals a season.
Lee's got a problem with Salah because Salah just being compared with Henry.
But who compared him to Henry? Are you smoking?
But my issue with Salah is goals are currency, and that's where Salah gets off. He's an elite. He's a world-class finisher, but he's not a world-class goal. He's not a goal scorer, but he's not a world-class player, in my opinion. I think they're very. They're not.
I've got a thing. Sorry, Callum. I feel like you got the wrong type of profile playing Diaz. I think he's a fantastic player though, but unless you're going to change the whole team the way you want to suit it, you don't suit your counter pressing thing. Yeah, you can get into spaces,
not
but
good enough. Just call it what it is.
No. Diaz is for me anyways. Diaz is 100% a baller, bro. For me,
when he runs around.
Right, bro. Saint Maximin does a bit of skill, and I think he's a baller.
Tell me a team in the league that Diaz doesn't start for in the left wing. Then
it's not about that though, because it's about systems. Because I know, for me, it's not about that.
You just said he's not good enough.
I'll tell you now, I'm taking Sterling over him any day of the week. 1,000% I'm taking.
Yeah, Sterling would suit.
Give me Sterling and Diaz, please. I beg you.
Lee, the same thing you've just said about Salah, I can label about Sterling. And Lewis, this isn't even a stray. But Sterling is a world-class footballer. He's a very good goal scorer.
I agree.
Once again, you've named me Sterling. Can you name anyone else?
But again, I'm talking about systems. For me,
yeah. Can I buy in with that? Can I buy in with that, Lee, as well? To back Lee, I don't think in terms of a Liverpool Klopp system, I feel like you needed more of an inverted type winger that's going to get you a goal scorer. And I don't think you should have got Nunes. I reckon. No. I don't think he can do, but he's not doing both though. That's the thing. You need to do. Mane is Mane. Let's put it like this. It's hard to get another player like Mane, but of club size of Liverpool, you should be getting a dope left winger anyways. That's more about goal scoring, not about tricks and flicks and all that kind of stuff. Just like Mane, like he should be in there. But I just think the striker situation, he should have stuck to his strengths. Let his midfield press and don't need to be good. But then you need a false 9 type of player like Bobby Firmino. You should have got another player like Bobby Firmino in that role. Because not Nunes.
Because going back to my point, just to give you some clarity, we talk about Neymar, we probably think about Mbappe. I would say that they're maybe on the same level, maybe better than Mane. But I think you will take Mane over both of those players, Cal.
Not this current Mane, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Not for left
wing.
Some people will. But my point is that
guys, look, I love Mane more than most, yeah. But please, can we take off the blinkers now? Mane on the left wing was not cutting it for Liverpool. Hence why we went and got Diaz and moved Mane to the centre.
I'm not talking about on the left. I'm talking about even up front. I'm talking about in that sort of.
Obviously, up front, I'm taking Mane over Jota and Nunes. But even this season,
going back to Diaz, right? There are players that are Diaz is better than a lot of players in the league. But would I take them for my club with the way that we are playing? No, because I don't think Diaz is good enough for those formations and those tactics.
What does Martinelli bring to Arsenal that Diaz wouldn't?
Not good enough.
What does Martinelli bring to Arsenal that Diaz wouldn't?
For me, as I said, but it's not a way. Okay,
don't mention goal scorer.
Martinelli's not better. Martinelli's not better. And I don't think it's about
what the fuck? Martinelli.
Personally, I don't think it's necessarily about comparing just Martinelli to Diaz because I don't think that's what we're doing right now. But as I said,
but you just said the thing I do like about Martinelli.
The thing I do like about Martinelli right now is that he is very, very direct, and the way that we are playing right now.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't.
There's always Diaz. Diaz is a very direct player. Yes, he is. He takes a man only. Are you mad? This guy is all about tricks and flicks.
I feel like
you lot are just saying the things that are in vogue. Yeah, you lot are just saying the things that are in vogue. For me, I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think Salah's been good enough this season. For the money he's on, I don't think he's been good enough in it.
He's been on that money for about a month, bro.
Can I say what's really gone wrong at Liverpool? Is what's really gone wrong? Yeah, is that you never really replaced for me. I feel like because where your cracks are showing, paper the cracks over the midfield. Because remember, your midfield's never been amazingly sick. You just had a very good, high pressing, intelligent midfield, right? Not one that's going to create chances. Firmino was a lot of the reason why there's a lot of space in behind, and a lot of the space and why those floors were papered over. Don't get me wrong, I rated Wijnaldum. I do rate Thiago and whatnot. Trust me, I'm not saying they are, but in terms of going forward like a De Bruyne doing that kind of stuff, do you know what I mean? You had a high pressing system. Firmino drops deep. He adds a lot of the creativity and draws out defenders while your inverted wingers go inside, do their thing, goal score, and your wingers are always doing an overlapping situation, right? And obviously you got Trent is Trent, bro. Like at the end of the day, Trent's sick. So long story short, I feel like you needed another player like Firmino, and then maybe a Diaz can come alive. Not a number 9. Now you got to change your whole midfield over just to accomplish, like to make sure this number 9 looks good and they can get some chances going on.
I agree and disagree. The whole Nunes thing, yes, we need to change how we played him. But Nunes isn't a problem right now. Diaz isn't a problem. The problem is the midfield. I don't know how you guys aren't seeing this.
Of course it's the midfielders.
Yes,
but I know that.
It's mad how the blame goes to everyone else. But when it was all these other players,
this is the thing though, because like I always said you guys were similar to us in that sort of situation because we got midfield problems as well. I wouldn't point at the attack. This is why I don't get why we're talking about Diaz so much.
Hold on, besides the attack, this is the same thing Arsenal do when Partey's out.
It's not just about Diaz. I'm talking about Salah. I want the main man. I want the guy who's got the keys to the franchise to start doing more. For me, he ain't doing enough. And I just don't see how you get a Liverpool fans are getting away from it. But you know how Liverpool fans
because the midfield's poor.
Yeah, but they should replace it. Yeah, the midfield is poor. Don't get me wrong, because the midfield is poor. But even if you added high energetic players like you always done in a Klopp system, that doesn't solve the Nunes situation. That doesn't mean he goes and bags another bare goals. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But even when they were balling out, why were they balling out, Lewis? Firmino was a lot of the time was the glue to that midfield, doing a lot more than they did. Do you know what I mean? Like Henderson was never rated at Liverpool in terms of when he first came and stuff. It's just that he looked good in the system, and I like Henderson, by the way. He does the basics very well. Wijnaldum, again, does the basics very well. He's very intelligent in his pressing. Milner, he went in that midfield, done the exact basics well, done a pressing very well, and etc. Is now they add a little bit of a Thiago who can do a bit of this and that. Now they see we got a different type of player, and they can go and attack and do their thing. But I'm just saying, Firmino, for me,
we have.
but Firmino, for me, drop deep, create a lot of gaps, and then they had to draw out defenders. He's adding creativity to that. Now he's finished. Now he's finished. Now he's finished. Now he's finished, right? Firmino's finished.
There would be much.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying the type of spot we're talking about system and what Klopp's used to, right? Now they got the opportunity to go out and get midfielders that are creative and are a bit better than what they've had in the past, and you're gonna have to change that up. But I'm saying Klopp never needed to change the system. He just needed to replace Firmino probably about 2 seasons ago, and midfielders need to be changing, like. Pretty much a new midfield.
The Firmino issue I get, but like that's not their biggest problem.
Cater and Milner should have been replaced in the last 3 or 4 years. Like roll off kind of thing.
Let me come back to you. Sorry, Lewis. I'm going to come back to you again. All right. Gabriel Jesus, how has he played this season for you guys?
Very good.
I think he's been good.
Very good.
He's been good, yeah.
What if I turned around and said to you that he's got the same amount of goals and assists as Roberto Firmino, hasn't played as many minutes and hasn't played as well?
Again, I told you. My point is
so hold on. No, stick with me, Haley. No, stick with me.
You're missing the whole point, though.
You're missing my point because you haven't let me land.
You should have bought someone like João Felix for me, man. They would have been perfect for that Liverpool system, man.
Why hasn't Jesus done more then? Why hasn't Martinelli done more? Why hasn't Saka done more?
Because the whole team's been chipping in and everyone's been playing
well.
My point is no one in my team has got the franchise to the club. No one in my team got rid of the other best player in the team to get the £350,000.
That's a made up.
Still doesn't mean the responsibility isn't on them to do it.
Unfortunately, as I've explained to you, if you're a top dog, if you're meant to be this world altering player, franchise player, you need to do more. You wanted this money. The same way how you called out Real Madrid last season, and what did you do? Fired blanks. This is what Salah does.
And was he meant to come out and say no? I don't back to the game.
And again, no. And just don't. All you do is just don't talk before a final. No, all you do is don't talk before a final. Keep your mouth closed. And then what?
Callum, they don't make many finals, man. It's all right, man. So that's why they don't.
Did Henry talk before finals? Yes or no?
My main thing is because he's that guy. Salah ain't that guy. There you go. Simple. Salah ain't that guy. That's the reason why Henry can do it and Salah can't. That's simple. But when I come back,
is this all because of the Henry and Salah debate?
No, perfect.
Hold on. When I come back to it, my main point is when we talk about hold on. When we talk about
Henry turned up.
What part is that again?
Name me a final where Henry turned up.
But I can name you 4. Right? I can name you 3 right now. To be fair,
name me a final for Arsenal.
I turned into Timo Henry in Paris.
I can tell you the FA Cup final against Chelsea in 2000.
Did he score an assist in that game? No,
he got an assist. If I'm not mistaken.
No.
I got to check. Let me check.
No.
Let me check. But anyway, yeah. While I'll do that. One sec. Just give me 1 second. My main thing is, again, when I think about Mo Salah, again, I think about someone like Aubameyang. What's the main thing that they level at Henry? I'm sorry. What's the main thing they level at Aubameyang? Wait, hold on. Let me land. What is the main thing that if they level at Aubameyang? What is it? Like, you look, just tell me. One of you told me.
What? Say again?
What's the main thing? Just the goal. What do you mean between who? Again, when I think about Salah, of course, look, again, people are missing the point. I am not saying that this guy is whack. I'm saying if he is getting £350,000, I want him to be judged the same way how every top player gets judged. And when we think about that's my main point.
All right, so
when I come back to it, for me, as I think about Salah, I'm sorry, no matter what you say, no matter anyone says, I think about Salah, I think the guy is an amazing, world-class goal scorer. But I don't think he's going to be a Premier League legend. I just don't see him like that guy. He isn't.
All right, so let me ask you a question then, Lee, yeah? Because you just said he's just a world-class goal scorer and you need more from him. So if
wait, he's a world-class scorer. He can dribble though, bro. Wait, Salah can dribble in and out and that. Bro, we've seen it bare times when he's weaved in and out. He's weaved in and out. Whoa, okay.
So you said
I disagree.
Salah's just a world-class finisher. You need to see more from him. So if I told you last season he got the most assists in the league, and then this season he's our highest chance creator, does that not devoid your argument again?
Again, because I've explained to you, but you're talking about goals and assists. This is, again, a great thing. But we see. Hold on. What's been Salah's best game this season? You told me.
This season?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
What's been Salah's best
game?
Fulham, goal and assist?
No, I wouldn't even say Fulham he was that great.
Okay, no, can I just go back to the Fulham game? Because this is a perfect example. When I think of Salah, this is what I think about. The Fulham game is a perfect example. He got a goal and assist, but he was horrible the whole game. I think of the Everton game. He was horrible the whole game. He had his first shot in the 95th minute. He was. But again,
who's comparing him to Henry though, bro? Like, wait, are we comparing him? Is that what you're saying, Callum? You're saying Salah was definitely
this
better.
is someone on FT like 2 days ago or something.
I don't care about it. I don't care about Henry.
Can't do that. That guy's the best Prem player. I
don't care about
best Prem player ever.
I'm not bothered. But my point is that I think in those games, Liverpool fans, you overrate this guy to make him seem like he does so much in a game. He'll have 1 or 2 shots and he will score 1 goal. Look, it's amazing, shot to goal ratio. But for me, I don't think he does enough. And he gets the goals, he gets the assists, and he looks like he's done a lot in a game when he hasn't. And he's not. And for me, I want to see more.
So he gets a goal and assist, but hasn't done a lot. Come on, Lee, man.
Callum, you know what an assist is. You know the Fulham game. You saw it for yourself. You saw how poor he was. That game. But he got a goal.
Who played well in that game for us?
No, but he's a £350,000 player.
All right, but if the team's not doing anything around him,
okay,
what
hold on.
is he meant to do?
Cal, why do you not put flack on? Okay, forget the age thing. Why do you not put flack on someone like Elliot?
Why don't I?
Yeah, no, any Liverpool fan. Why does no Liverpool fan?
We do, bro. We've asked Elliot to be dropped.
No, but like, no. You won't. But you won't call him out. You wouldn't dig him out, would you?
Would you say Sterling's not done enough then as well, Lee?
Of course, Sterling's done enough. Of course, Sterling's done more than
enough.
Wait.
One sec. This season, yeah. Wait, 1 sec then, because basically Sterling has had 6 games this season, like everybody else, and he's got the exact same GA as Mo Salah. And I wouldn't say Sterling's had amazing games yet either. He's been decent.
And also, Sterling's on over 300k.
300k.
So what now? No one's going to catch me because no one's listening to my point. I don't care about goals and assists. I'm watching the game and I'm seeing.
Sterling hasn't been. Wait, Lewis, has Sterling really been amazingly brilliant in any of the games so far? If so, which is the one game?
It's like he drifts in and out of games, but he comes up with
a bit like Salah though. A bit like Salah though, isn't it? Just sometimes in and out of games.
He's not a 90-min ball out play. He's like here and there.
Listen, is it because we didn't get you the Salah? Is it because we didn't get you the Salah shirt when you were Liverpool Lee? Is that
listen, man? Listen, all I've got to say, is, as I said to you, I just want Salah to be held to the same standards that Lukaku, when he gets cussed out, the money he's earning, the figure that he was bought for, all of these things, Salah gets away with it all. When he doesn't play well, he does. He gets away with it. He gets away with it. And he will score a goal, he will get an assist, and everything looks rosy. Goals are currency. All of these stats are currency. People say I'm chatting. You're not just Salah sympathize. You are going to say whatever.
No, but here's the thing, because you say all of those criticisms, and you say like people don't. I know Liverpool fans who slander Salah all the time, and they say they don't think he's been good enough for them and everything. They're Liverpool fans. And they have the exact same opinion. So I think he gets the same amount of criticism as he does.
I don't really care how much someone gets paid per week to do more in it.
If Liverpool fans are saying that, Lewis, why am I made to look crazy? Like I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know football.
Because I think they're crazy too.
Because what you're saying.
If you're a Liverpool fan and you're against Mo Salah, I don't really know.
For me, I've never heard an argument. Sorry, I've never heard an argument where if a player gets paid so money and they got to be doing, I don't really do them things. If he's an £85 million player or 70, then all right, cool. But to be getting paid 350 grand a week because he's earned that money, to be fair, rightfully so. He's been put for the last 5 or 6 seasons. No. But for the last 5 or 6 seasons, my man's been top goal scorer as a winger, as an inverted winger or inside forward.
That's not how contracts work. I can tell you now.
I get that, but I get it. But I'm never saying like 350 grand player. He ain't done enough. Like, bro, he's doing it on his own at the moment in a shit Liverpool side. Sterling's doing it a little bit right now in a shit Chelsea side. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Your point is void because contracts aren't for footballers, for athletes. It's not what you've done, how you did what you deserve. It's what you're going to do for the club. It's about what you've done for me lately. Contracts are done by what you are going to be.
But that's why they also get that amount, because it's what
they get that because of what they have done and what they have done. They deserve that contract.
So rise up. Do some more. Do something.
If someone's done it, I mean, if someone's gonna. If someone's done it for 5-6 seasons in a wait, Salah's been where's even when did Salah get to Liverpool, by the way? 2016?
2017.
So 2017 for 5 seasons.
Scored a goal.
Yeah, for 5 seasons he's been scoring plus 20 GA plus 30 GA pretty much consecutive each season. I think like someone like that deserves it. Like Aubameyang, he was scoring bare goals, deserved that contract. I'm fucked up.
And Aubameyang got hushed out season in, season out. Not only in Arsenal. Forget Arsenal. I don't want to talk about Arsenal. Everywhere. Why? Because they said his link-up play, his overall game wasn't good.
Aubameyang was dope, though, but his Aubameyang was dope, bro.
I want the same thing about Ronaldo right now.
Wait. I want to wait for this.
What are they saying about Ronaldo? They're saying that Ronaldo's not doing enough in the whole game, but he's scoring goals. So some people are getting onto him because they see that he's not going to be part of the Ten Hag system because he's not going to be that link-up guy. All he's going to do is be able to score goals, and Ten Hag wants more. Is that not right, Cass?
Yeah, of course. He don't do enough.
Okay, so system. Again, so why are people giving Ronaldo flack if he's this great, amazing player that's won 5?
Because my man's about 38 years old, bro, and he's not actually doing. He doesn't create. He doesn't actually. Can't really press as much as he wants to anyway. Yes, he scored today and whatnot. He didn't have a bad game or whatever, but it's not the same Ronaldo. Look, Salah's got a lot more to give in the league. The fact is, the difference between Aubameyang and Salah. Aubameyang didn't win a Champions League and a Premier League. That is the difference. He got into and I'm saying Salah actually really did deserve that contract. He really did.
Find somewhere where I said that Salah. I've never said he's crap. I've never said he's rubbish.
No, I agree.
No. We know that.
People are just telling me that I don't know what I'm talking. No one's telling me he's crap. He's not that. For me.
No, you want him to do more, basically.
I want him to rise up. I'm holding him to the standards that we always cost all the big players for, and he gets away with it. And look, everyone keeps going on these goals and assists, but goals are currency. But for me, I can name you. I would say out of the 500 games that he's played for Liverpool, more games than not, he doesn't do enough. He doesn't score, but he will score a goal. For me, he doesn't.
Callum, you are the perfect. He's the perfect man. Look.
And Diaz is like a baby. He's exactly like
Salah does this thing. Salah does this thing year in, year out. He typically has a good 4 or 5 months, and then he typically has a few bad months. Like. You could say at the start of the season, last season, I think my man was pretty much, he was incredible. I think he was just scoring everything. And then the back end of last season, he was pretty shit.
Great.
Right now, it might be the flip side. I'm pretty sure, I get what you mean, Lee. He needs to be doing more, especially if you've got a new pay packet. But then you can say that about a lot of players. But Van Dijk, it's not just that. Van Dijk needs to be doing more. Why am I even defending Liverpool?
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing more. About Van Dijk right now, I'd be like, yeah, you know what, Lee?
A lot of the players have to be doing more in it. And Salah can't do it all his own in attack, I suppose. But at the same time, I hear what you're saying. But it's just having a few bad games. I'm pretty sure.
If we had a proper midfield, Lee, I'm on your boat right now, rowing alongside you. But you watch enough Liverpool.
Don't let Salah score against Arsenal, boy.
You can't do it by himself.
Listen, I told you, I've said, all you Liverpool fans, you can cry. Listen, you man don't want to come Emirates right now. You don't want to come Emirates. I promise you.
Every season, and when we come to Emirates, we take 3 points.
Listen, we'll see. You got us in a couple weeks.
I've got one question. Yeah, why again? Chelsea have been shit, and we're giving them we gave them 5 minutes of hell, and that's it.
Saka as well. Saka's been dead food this season.
No, he hasn't.
Why do we need to talk about Chelsea? Yeah. We don't need to talk about Chelsea.
No, because you man don't get cooked enough when you do shit.
No, hold on. Saka ain't been dead food, Lee.
Yeah, but it's because I say we're shit.
So it's true.
I know we're
Saka hasn't been dead food, Lee.
Do you know what? Yeah. Okay.
Who's been better this season, Saka or Salah?
You know what? I'll give you Salah. But you see what we're missing here, Cal?
Oh, you've been playing better than us. So why isn't he rising up?
Cal. You see what you're missing here?
One's got a new contract too.
One's earning 20,000. One's earning 350,000.
Saka got a new contract, isn't it?
Salaries, Lee. Saka's your star boy. This is what I hear from all Arsenal fans. He's your star boy. You're playing better than us and have had a more full strength team than us.
No,
why is
as I've said to you, as I've said, I can tell you, I don't. There's no. I'll say they're equal. I don't think, but just for the argument of just so that you feel like you've got your point across, I'm going to say that. But no, I'll be honest. Salah has been horrible. He's been so bad. And Liverpool fans, you're sympathising. You're going to keep saying all these things because, and I've said this, I would never ever criticise Henry. So I understand what Liverpool fans are like. But for me, I can say with my eyes wide open, Salah's been horrible. Salah's been horrible for many, many seasons, but he gets the goals and he gets the assists, and people just forget everything else. I can think of so many games where he's been poor. But listen, I don't need to say no more. I don't want to talk and Salah no more. Look, everyone's going to say that I think he's not good enough. I've said to you, look, rise up at the table.
We'll see.
Rise up. I want to see. He's got £350,000. He clearly said before that Real Madrid game, he called out how do you call man out and you put in a disaster class? I'm now saying, I'm now saying, look, he's got Mane out the club. So
he didn't have Mane out the club.
Well, it's gonna be scary when he does come on form. Mane's got 2 goals, 2 assists.
Mane's gone.
That's not Salah's fault. Did Salah go to the owners and say, sell Mane so I can get my P? Is that what he did?
He's now got the money that he was asking for, begging for, requesting, because he said he didn't want to leave and he was flirting with all these like Real Madrid and doing stupidness to get it. And listen, that happens in negotiations, fine. I now want to see the money. No, he was doing all the. His agent was coming out saying all of these.
Bruv, Salah from day dot said, I want to stay at Liverpool, bruv. This is why we're getting the owners.
How? His agent was coming out saying he might have to leave if he doesn't get certain things, and this might be his last season.
That's not flirting, Lee.
Yeah, no,
that's like me saying, no, Lee, if I say to you, Lee, come round and have some food, and then you get to my house and I'm like, Lee, I ain't got no food in the house. You're not going to sit there. You're going to say, Cal, I might have to go and get some food from the shop, innit?
No, I'm going to call you out because you said to me, come to my yard and you ain't got no food for me.
All right, which is what we were doing with the owners. Salah came out and said, I want to stay at Liverpool. I love Liverpool. I just want my terms.
Okay, look, however you want to spin it, fine. In my opinion, I read it differently.
What, the facts?
No, that's not the facts. Yeah, I saw his agent coming out saying things that were a bit out of order. But look, anyway, I'm now here and I'm saying, look, he's got the money that he wanted, projecting what he's going to do over the next, 3 or 4 seasons that he's got his contract for?
3, I think.
3 seasons, yeah. But right now, the Mane's gone. He is the franchise player. He's the guy that I want to see. I want him to put the club on his back, and I want to see you rise up.
Fair enough.
That's all I want. I don't want to see no excuse. I don't want to hear, because as I said, there was no excuses for Pepe. There was no excuses for Aubameyang. There was
no. Stop.
There were none. Everyone was killing them. No excuses. None excuses.
But Pepe got like one. But this was your fans. Your fans came out and said, Aubameyang, Pepe, Lacazette. That's the best front 3 in the league.
No.
Your fans did that, not us. We could see what Pepe was from miles away. The guy was a penalty merchant in France. That's why he got as many goals.
But from a rival fan, yeah, no one ever gave any context that we had different managers. We had a dead team. We had
all of these. So why Pepe playing now?
He's playing in front. Yeah, okay, but yeah, my point is, no one gave.
On your logic, Pepe is an Arteta player as well, and he spent 72 million pounds on him.
All the excuses that I could give, no one gave those. No one gave any rationale. Everyone just said he's not good enough. Everyone said, so fine. Look, I'm agreeing with you. Okay, fine. So now I'm saying I don't want excuses. I want to see that man rise up. I want to see levels. I want to see man putting in performances where I can say, look, man is actually fully carrying the fight for Liverpool. I want to see Van Dijk. I want to see man fully fighting and rising up. I want to see all that. I don't want to see no excuses. None of this. I don't want to hear no rubbish no more, innit? Because we're saying the same thing, that he's getting all these goals and assists. Get these goals and assists to get your team to win. Fight. Keep going.
It's not his. He can't, brother. You can only do so much. Look, let's move on.
But 2 seasons ago, it's fine though that he was doing all that stuff. Oh, but now it's all right. But listen,
do you know why? Do you know why it was 2 seasons ago? Because we had a team that was unbeatable for most of the season.
Listen, I keep hearing excuses. I keep hearing excuses. Too many excuses. We getting excuses, baby.
It's facts.
Listen,
it's facts. We had a midfield that literally would shut games up. So he would do his job, which is to score goals, and the defense would do their job. Right now, he's doing his job.
Can I pause there? SA in the comments, you need to shut your mouth, man. Trying to get onto a man about his physical appearance and shit.
Yeah, stop that.
Less of that.
Yeah. We will block people for any disrespect. You guys know that already.
And you know, I always say it. When man meet me, you're never gonna say these things to me ever.
Yeah, true.
Man, listen. Man, I'm never gonna say these things to me. I'll probably, me especially. So look, we move.
Look, before we end the show, one sentence answer. If there's one thing you'd fix about your club right now, what is it and why? So Lewis, I'll start with you, bro.
Creativity. get better creators in the squad. I think that'll be the biggest thing for us. But yeah, if I had to pick one thing, that was about 10. But yeah.
Yeah. Kaz, what are you saying?
The Glazers.
I knew it. On the field then. On the field, if there's one thing you could fix, what would it be?
Oh damn. Right now, currently, if all the players are fit, by the way, or just right now as it stands.
As it stands.
So it don't matter. Goalkeeper, I'd think the goalkeeper needs a bit of a change. I mean, I would obviously want to change Ronaldo, but I like Marcel. So, but for me, it's definitely the goalkeeper for now because he doesn't help.
Fair dues. Lee, what are you saying?
Boy, I'm not gonna lie. It's between Tuchel and Salah, boy. I don't know which one I want more because they're gonna save my club. One of them's gonna get me a Champions League finally. One of them's gonna get me a Champions League.
I said Tuchel's getting you guys a Champions League.
Listen, apparently he's the best player.
You switched up fast.
Mr.
Tuchel needs to show himself. He's a bit overrated. That's a quick 180.
He's so good. I want with Tuchel and obviously Salah. You know what he's about. He's that guy. So you see one of the two, and I don't know which one it is. One of the two, man. I need Salah or Tuchel to save my club, man. Because we're in the
so you wouldn't change anything with Arsenal right now?
Well, we're top of the league. What more do I need to change?
Okay. You best hope you stay there, you know.
Listen, I'm telling you now, we're moving there for the whole of October.
Whoa! Wait, let me check their fixtures, please, before we do go. Please, let me check this. All right, let's have a little butcher.
1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, I've written it down, Lewis. I've written it down, bro.
Yeah, let me just remember the fixtures.
Arsenal got Tottenham. They got Tottenham and Liverpool at home. They got Tottenham and Liverpool at home, by the way, in October.
Yeah,
they got Southampton away. They got Southampton away, and they've also they just missed out on Chelsea. All right, I can see you definitely beating. And you got Man. It's been postponed for now, but I don't know why it says that. Okay, that's why he's getting a coffee.
Depending on obviously if we've got enough Premier League games as well, because playing the same amount. Man City or brothers because they played more games. That's different, obviously, isn't it?
So you guys have got Tottenham at home, and then the following week you've got Liverpool at home, and then you got Leeds. You got Leeds away. Then obviously the Man City game's done out apparently, and then after that you got Southampton away, and then you got Forest at home. You said you're saying top. So you're saying you're saying you're going to be stopped by October, yeah? All right, that's cool. I'm just going to quit. By the way, just obviously they're close to you at the moment. It only makes sense to do them, but let's just do the bait one, Man City. So Man City in October. I've got.
You know that.
Wait, what? Yeah, there's no point. Basically the Man City Tottenham game obviously got postponed. So they got us in October, and they are at home. They've got Southampton at home. They've got Liverpool away. It's gonna be interesting. Then they got Brighton at home.
Do me a favor, man. Come on.
Brighton. Then they got Brighton at home.
Oh, Salah. Salah. Listen, that's when I was Liverpool lead. That's how I know the song.
The Man City got Brighton at home, and then they got Leicester City away at the end of the month. So that's a big statement.
We should do that, man. We got that. Thanks. And
you've got like 3-4 obviously Europa League games to cover.
Listen, all I know, the first 2 games in October, that's 6 points, isn't it?
All I'm gonna say, do not underrate. I know you got Bodo Glimt, but don't underrate them because they moved to Mourinho's side.
They're good. Yeah,
they're good. They actually are good.
Cool. For us, I can only speak for myself as opposed to all Liverpool fans. There's one thing I'd fix for Liverpool is trying to keep Thiago fit, navigating and managing his games, keep him fit. He's the difference maker in that team.
What about Arthur Melo?
That's all for the show today. Let me read out the suit. I can't speak on Arthur because I don't know if we'll see him on the pitch again, bro. Let's be being real. Peterson says Lee, the humbling will be fantastic. Can't wait. Yeah, Lee, you made a rod for your back still. GR said, ain't Jota scored 6 goals versus Arsenal in 2 years?
He has.
Lee has the worst football knowledge. He doesn't have the worst football knowledge on YouTube.
Listen, man, it's what it is, man.
Peterson says, by Lee standards, CR7 is bad for getting only goals and assists.
This season, yeah, he has. And last season, he wasn't great either.
Fair dues. Mr. Sinclair says, Salah has the 4th highest top sold in world football. Until this year, had 14 Premier League players ahead of him with wages paid. People leaving locked up in his room for years. Man needs to lay it out.
I'm not gonna lie. I bought one of those tops to get the tears to cry when Real Madrid slapped them in the league, like the Champions League, I should say. Yeah.
Do you know what? Shout out to Paulie keeping Alisson fit as well. Alisson's been brilliant this season, but he shouldn't have to be brilliant in every game. But he has been.
I know, man. That Sancho finish was beautiful.
Don't. That was Virgil defending space for whatever reason he was defending.
There's something about Alisson and the left corner, man. He just can't defend it. Rashford, Sancho, it's a bit of a recurring thing. That right hand might be a bit weak. That right hand might be a little bit weak.
It was strong last season when he didn't concede any against Man United, but we'll see.
Oh, it's a good thing it's this season, and I watched it live.
No, boys, before we go, please tell the people where they can find you and where they can support you on social and YouTube, please, guys. It's Kaz.
Just Never a Foul. I'm sure it's in the description or anywhere like that. So if you want to see more of me and Daps, then you know where to find us. Had a bit of a break on the weekend, but we'll be back. We're pretty much streaming every day. And we're gonna have to bring up a lot of concert shows since football decided it wants to go towards internationals. And
trust.
If I say what I want to say about the whole monarchy situation, you will hate me more than likely. So I'd rather keep on the wraps because it
is what it is, my brother. Guna Lee, where can the people find and support you?
Firstly, make sure you subscribe to the Kopish people there, man, because they do some real good stuff. And obviously Lewis and Never a Foul, because I will love watching their stuff as well. But yeah, if you want to follow me, any of my deluded takes, I was seeing what we do in October when we're still top of the league. Come to Guna Lee on YouTube and Guna.Lee on Instagram, and we got all the any more Liverpool slander, it will always be there. So yeah, be there, man.
And Lewis, where can the people find and support you, bro?
Yeah, just Carefree Lewis G, Twitter, Instagram, everything, and also Chelsea Fan TV as well. So on YouTube, like and subscribe, and
they're doing big stuff over there. You're doing big stuff over there as well.
Yes, always big stuff. Even I see you guys on Don Robbie stuff as well. I see you on AFTV. Cass, you're doing big things as well. Like
you catch me on the United stand, man. It's calm, bro. And United View.
And United View as well. See you on that.
Yeah, man. I'm loving the progress, and can't thank you guys enough for the time you take out to bless us with this content. It is fully appreciated and nothing but love to you guys. So guys, please make sure you smash the like in the comments. Sorry, not in the comments, in the description. Click on their links, go and subscribe to their channels. Got one more super chat before we wrap up. Vince's Viewpoint says, we clip that, Lee, and we'll be coming for you in October. We will indeed. Lee knows how it goes.
Rise up, Salah. Rise up. Listen, get on your Martinelli hype.
I want him to score now. You know what? Just because of Lee, I really want to be. I just want Salah to score because I can't wait for the Thursday on this show. Like honestly, I'll remember it.
But I will not be here if we don't win. I'll tell you that much for
sure. Bro, I'll phone you. I'll phone you, bro.
Man's gonna get that real blockage, man.
I'll call you off the missus phone if I have to. I'll call you off any line, bro. I'll call you off the house phone and run up the bill, bro.
I need to just get a little. I see Ghost. I see Liverpool at 12 man in there. I just need to get him to lick off some shots and get rid of these Kop-Ish, man. You know.
Wait, who? You talk, man. You talk about what? Dan
Box there, bro. Listen, little private joke.
And blessings to you all. People in the comments, for the majority, you kept it respectful and kept it banterful. Thank you very much. For the person who got blocked, you know what the rules are here. Disrespect one of our boys, our people, then you're gone forever, unfortunately. But blessings to everyone. Smash the like on the way out. We will be back tomorrow for the call-in show. So until we see you then, stay safe, stay blessed. Have a wonderful rest of the day / evening. Take it easy, people.
Rise up.